You are currently handing over your entire digital life to 5 specific companies, and you probably do not even realize the cost. Right now, a silent war is happening that involves more money than the entire economy of most small countries. This is not a war fought with soldiers or tanks, but with lines of code, data centers, and the very screen you are looking at. 5 giants are fighting for total control of your future, and the winner will decide how you work, think, and even spend your money. We are talking about Alphabet, Amazon, Apple, Meta, and Microsoft, and they have stopped playing nice with each other. In the past, these companies stayed in their own lanes, but today those lanes have vanished into a massive collision. To understand where your money and data are going, you need to understand the front lines of this global power struggle. We are going to look at the secret strategies these titans use to lock you into their worlds forever. First, let's look at the players, starting with Alphabet, a company we mostly know as Google. Google owns the front door to the internet, and they make billions by selling your attention to the highest bidder. Then we have Amazon, a company that wants to be the infrastructure for every physical and digital product you ever buy. Apple is the premium gatekeeper, building expensive walls around their products to make sure you never want to leave. Meta, formerly Facebook, controls how you talk to your friends and wants to own the very air you breathe in virtual reality. Finally, there is Microsoft, the old king that came back to life by taking over the tools businesses use to survive. Each of these companies has what investors call a moat, which is a big defense that keeps competitors away. For years, these moats worked perfectly, but then the giants got too big for their own territories. Now, they are jumping over each other's fences to grab whatever market share is left in a world that is already full of tech. This brings us to the first major battlefield of this war, which is the invisible world of cloud computing. Most people think of the cloud as a place to store photos, but it is actually the engine that runs the modern world. Amazon was the first to realize this when they launched AWS back in 2006 because they had extra server space. They turned a simple internal tool into a massive business that now powers everything from Netflix to government agencies. Microsoft saw this and realized their office software business was at risk, but they did not build their own cloud called Azure. Satya Nadella, the leader of Microsoft, bet the entire company on the cloud. It turned out to be the smartest move in tech history. Google joined the race late with their cloud platform, trying to use their data expertise to catch up to the leaders. This is a high-stakes game because building these data centers costs tens of billions of dollars every single year. If you do not own the cloud, you are basically paying rent to your biggest rivals just to stay in business. But the cloud was just the beginning of the fight, because a new weapon has recently changed everything. That weapon is artificial intelligence, and it has turned the tech world into a frantic arms race overnight. When ChatGPT launched, it sent a shockwave through Google's headquarters because it threatened their main moneymaker: search. If an AI can give you a perfect answer immediately, you no longer need to click on Google links and see their ads. Microsoft saw this opening and quickly poured $13 billion into OpenAI to get their hands on the best technology. They started putting AI into every product they own, from Word documents to their Bing search engine. Google responded by declaring a code red and rushing their own AI, now called Gemini, into the hands of users. They are trying to prove that they are still the leaders in smart technology, but the competition is fiercer than ever. Meta is taking a different path by giving away their AI model, called Llama, for free to developers around the world. By making their technology open source, Mark Zuckerberg is trying to make sure no one else can own the standard for AI. Amazon is fighting back by building their own custom computer chips that are designed specifically to run AI programs faster. They want to make sure that when a company wants to build an AI app, they have to use Amazon's hardware to do it. The prize for winning this AI war is huge because the winner becomes the primary assistant for every human on Earth. Imagine an AI that knows your schedule, your bank account, and your preferences better than you do yourself. Whoever owns that AI will have more power than any government. They are all fighting to be that person. While the AI war gets all the headlines, another battle is happening over how you spend your free time. This is the content and entertainment battlefield, where Apple and Amazon are trying to beat the movie studios. Apple TV Plus spends billions on high-quality shows just to make you feel like your iPhone is part of a premium club. Amazon buys huge sports rights, like Thursday Night Football, just to make sure you keep paying for your Prime membership. They do not even need the movies to make money on their own. They just need you to stay inside their ecosystem. Meta is fighting a different battle here as they try to keep young people from leaving for TikTok. They are redesigning their entire apps to focus on short videos because that is where the world's attention has moved. Even YouTube, owned by Google, had to change its entire strategy to compete with these short, fast videos. The struggle for your attention is a zero-sum game because there are only 24 hours in a day. Every minute you spend on one platform is a minute you are not spending on another, and that means lost ad revenue. Now, we have to talk about the physical tools we use to access this digital world, the hardware and operating systems. Apple has the ultimate advantage here because they own both the phone and the software that runs on it. This allows them to set the rules for everyone else, which is exactly what they did with their privacy updates. By letting users block tracking, Apple wiped out billions of dollars in ad revenue from Meta in a single year. It was a brilliant move disguised as a privacy feature, but it was really a massive blow to a major competitor. Google tries to fight this by giving away the Android operating system to almost every other phone maker in the world. They want to make sure that no matter what phone you buy, you are still using Google Search and Google Maps. But even Google is starting to make its own Pixel phones because they realized they need to control the hardware too. Microsoft is even trying to get back into the hardware game with their Surface devices to show off what their software can do. The goal is to create a closed loop where you use their phone, their laptop, their watch, and their smart home plugs. Once you are deep into one system, it becomes very painful and expensive to switch to a different one. This brings us to a major problem that these giants are currently facing. They are running out of new people to sign up. Almost everyone on Earth who can afford these services already has them, so the only way to grow is to take from each other. This is why we see Google trying to sell groceries and Amazon trying to build a healthcare business. They are searching for any new industry they can disrupt to keep their stock prices going up for investors. But as they grow larger and more powerful, they are starting to run into a very big wall made of government lawyers. Regulators in the United States and Europe are looking at these companies and asking if they have become too powerful. Google is currently facing massive lawsuits that could force them to break the company into smaller pieces. The government argues that they have used their power to crush smaller competitors before they could ever grow. Apple is being told they have to allow other app stores on the iPhone, which would break their total control over the device. Meta has been stopped from buying certain companies because the government is worried they already own too much of social media. These legal battles will take years to finish, but the outcomes will change the tech industry forever. If these companies are broken up, we might see a new era of small creative startups taking over the market. But if they win their court cases, their power will become even more concentrated than it is right now. To stay ahead of these threats, the giants use their massive piles of cash to influence the world around them. They spend millions on lobbying politicians to make sure the laws that get passed are friendly to their business models. They also buy up any small startup that looks like it might one day become a threat to their empire. Think about how Meta bought Instagram and WhatsApp when they were still relatively small companies. Or how Google bought YouTube and turned it into the biggest video platform in the history of the world. These acquisitions are a key part of their war strategy because it is often cheaper to buy a rival than to outcompete them. But now that the government is watching them closely, these big buyouts are becoming much harder to pull off. This means the giants have to actually innovate and build better products if they want to stay on top. We are entering a climax in this story where the winner takes most outcome is becoming very clear. The company that masters AI and integrates it into our daily lives first will likely become the most valuable company ever. We are seeing a shift from a world where we use apps to a world where we just talk to an intelligent system. Microsoft and Google are currently in the lead for this, but never count out Apple's ability to make tech easy for everyone. And Amazon still owns the physical world of shipping and logistics, which AI cannot replace just yet. The stakes of this war are not just about which billionaire gets richer or which stock goes up. It is about who controls the information you see, the products you buy, and the privacy you have left. Every time you choose a phone or a browser, you are picking a side in this global conflict. The digital landscape of the next 50 years is being built right now by these 5 massive corporations. They are defining the nature of work, the future of education, and even how our democracy functions. Whether you are an investor looking for the next big winner, or just someone who uses a smartphone, you are involved. The war of the big tech giants is the most important economic story of our lifetime. It is a battle of egos, a battle of billions, and a battle for the very soul of the internet. As we watch these empires clash, we have to ask ourselves if we are comfortable with so much power in so few hands. The future is being written in code, and these 5 giants are the ones holding the pens. If you want to see which company is winning the race to build the first truly human-level AI, watch this next.